So a lot of great work going on and a lot of good results, a lot of detailed results. But none of that does any good if it doesn't get out to the growers and the community and translated to them. I liked, the key learning objectives or key things we learned, we have to get out to the growers and the community. We have a good team with the extension representing across the country. Oleg out in California, Jayesh in Virginia, Mark and Shinsuke in Florida. So we represent the whole area, the whole United States. Well, what's different about our team is the other teams all get the students to do all the work. We get our staff to do all the work. So we have Lizette and Alexa who have done a lot of the work to help our team get the information out there. The faculty's job is more helping them translate that work into things that the growers can understand. So we have our objectives here. All the things in black are things that we've already done. Some things we've talked about more extensively at other annual meetings, like the student exchange program. Alexa will talk about a little bit more about our website and blog moving forward. But in the red are the things we haven't done yet. And I'll ask Lizette to come up and talk about our approach to finishing out some of those things we haven't done.
Yeah, so here is our timeline. We are going to be attending the North American Strawberry Growers Association conference in Savannah. JH is coordinating that for our extension team. It's a 2-day event, and there's going to be like a hands-on workshop that JH, Mark, hopefully Pete can attend. That'll be in January. February, our goal is to complete the extension bulletin, and that is a huge collaborative effort. We could not do that without your guys' help, input. Thank you so much for just, getting all the information you've been getting and, putting it all in one space. That's been very, very helpful. I feel like we are getting there. So we're excited about what we are creating there. We are going to be, once it's completed, we're going to be taking sections and adding it to our website. Still not sure how that's all going to look, but that's our goal. That'll be in February. March, we've already started the ball rolling on taking our newsletters and translating them into Spanish. So our goal is why we want the extension bulletin kind of done early in the year is that we can then translate it into Spanish and then also put that on our website. August 2026, that'll be our last PIP-CAP report. Again, huge collaborative effort. Thank you so much for getting those reports filled in, students. I know you guys do a lot of that work. So thank you so much. It makes our job a lot easier. Our last report has been submitted. We're just waiting for the thumbs up, but once we get that, I'll send it out so you guys can have the complete report. And then we are finishing August 2026. Like I said earlier, it's a little bittersweet. I have really enjoyed working with everyone. You guys make our job so much easier. So I think that's our timeline. Questions on? We are hoping to add one more newsletter in the mix there. We're not too sure when we're gonna do that, but yeah, be on the lookout. We will do one more newsletter before the end of the project.
So Spanish language translation. Who are the expected readers? What kind of professionals appreciate Spanish, written Spanish?
Yeah, we were thinking of growers, like
Growers, head growers level or workers level?
not workers level. We haven't, that's a good question. We need to think about that a little more. The newsletter is a little more friendly for everybody. The extension bulletin is not. It's way over my head. So we don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. But that's why we wanted to do the newsletter, because I do think that with the grass, it is a little more friendly for all audience versus the bulletin. If you have any recommendations, please let me
No,
know.
I don't understand that, yeah, I don't have a good understanding of the demographic of the propagation growers.
Oh, like why we would do it?
No, I don't have the baseline understanding much. For the nursery growers, meaning head growers, to make the decisions, everyday decisions, so they need, I understand that they need knowledge, right? They need, in-depth knowledge for what they are doing.
Mhm.
But are they mostly Spanish speaking background, or are they more in English speaking background, or totally different language background? I don't have a good understanding yet, so that's why I'm excited.
Yeah, Gerald, do you have any insight on that? Being
Very a lot.
California?
My opinion, it was very a lot by state,
I think so too.
and for California, we really don't have indoor production, but I would suspect whether it was indoor or outdoor, the people that are managing the farming operation, what we would call ranch managers, there's a large number of Hispanic, Spanish speaking ranch managers in California. And they have training entirely in Spanish.
Yeah, when Pete and I were looking at that, we did see a lot of bulletins in Spanish for other crops, so I think that's kind of where we thought, like, okay, that's something we can do.
So the producer, I agree, that Hispanic background producer, greenhouse or Cortona or Woodville.
Mhm.
But I thought this is also for nursery. Or maybe not, are you targeting nurseries also, or mainly for
This is
producers?
for indoor nursery propagation, that's.
Yeah, or for those who are interested in.
Yeah,
Yes,
So,
so that, for example, like he's still, I'm not sure. Yeah, the grow up.
yeah, but I think I agree with Gerald that I think it depends a little bit where you're at on it, and yeah, so. I don't think I have 100% overview over it, right, but depending on where you're at, you have more Hispanic.
Yeah,
Where
so-
there's in different levels of like decision making,
Yeah.
so.
I think my view is nice to have,
Yeah.
meaning a Spanish.
And my view is it's also part of the objective, so you kind of have to do it anyways, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like depending on where you're at and who's interested in it, you might have more Hispanic speaking people, right?
So how do you do that? Do you use AI to do the base
No, we use it first.
from zero?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because AI probably that person uses AI to begin with, but AI makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, so the quality control can be done by professional.
Yeah, we have a service at NC State that we can ask to do it, right? And they probably start out with AI, but there's definitely a person that does
It's a
that.
whole team,
Yeah.
language, yeah, it's.
I think for us, it's like the biggest question in the house, because budget wise, what's there, do we focus on the extension bulletin, like the nursery guide, or do we focus on newsletters? Because I don't think we can both budget wise, right? So that's the biggest question for us, right? Yeah.
But the excellent question, what level and which pieces, we're able to do. But our biggest, end product is the bulletin. We want to create a comprehensive online guide. I think we've based that on some of the SCRI projects. We've seen some of the better ones that have complete guides. We base it also maybe on your indoor production guide that's on your website, fruit production. So we've outlined chapters with many more details, subtitles within those chapters, covering the current industry. The big chapter 2 is on overall indoor production systems, propagation systems, and then the final chapter with resources. So the current status that the extension team has been working with, Mark put a lot of work into the chapter 1, and we're in the editing stage of that one. Chapter 2, we've gotten some of that material together. We're in the revision stage of that. still drafting chapter 3 and gathering content for that resources guide in chapter 4. As Mark was alluding to earlier, we have an ambitious schedule to try and get all that material submitted to the team in December. Finalize in January and publication in 2026 or February, and try and get it to some level of translation into the NC state team. With that. So hopefully folks are able to get that material in. I don't know if Mark, if you have any more comments about that. So I'm not sure what penalties Mark is gonna put down on.
No, I mean, mostly everyone has contributed to this quite a lot, so quite extensively, so, I feel like. What's not has been contributed is like kind of still in the works a little bit,
Right,
and, so I think we're in a good, it's ambitious, but I think we can do it.
yeah, I think that some of this style editing and things like that, that the extension team will have to do to make it all look flow better, but I think we're in pretty good shape, all of that one thing. And then I wanted to bring Alexa up to talk about a lot of the work she's done on the website, updating pages.
Yeah, so since the last meeting, we have updated a couple of pages. We have some new ones. So there's a page with awards won by our students and postdocs. And so it goes over like the year, what presentation they gave, what award they got, where it came from. So check that out. And then we're also putting up dissertations and theses also from our students. And there will be some videos accompanying those as well. And then for the blog, we have some new posts, field day about internships, newly released publications, that kind of stuff. So things just sporadically come out and update on the blog. And for the next page, we have the newsletter, of course, and so we actually have copies of the first volume to give it out for everyone. Yeah, so we have like dozens of articles, research from all types of teams, all types of schools.
You should talk.
Yeah, well, yeah, this, enjoy, like, thank you guys so much for submitting articles and helping out with this, but yeah, this is all of your hard work, just in the newsletter, so. Yeah. We also have like a little bit of data about it, so how many times like each objective was mentioned, we also have how many times like each school has been featured, so if you would like to see that, we have that information too. Yeah. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any other questions for the extension team? Thanks.
So I just want to say, Lisa and Alexa put a lot of work into this, so I want to thank them again. And again, our main product is the extension bulletin, and we hope that we're going to have that out in February 26th. And yeah,